I'm not allowed to say the K word in chat, but we are $17 out of $50. Oscar, goodbye party. One round the unit? If you're referring to Nephany, I've got a funny joke, and it's called 7 damage. Good morning, Odd Panda. Oh, you heading out, baby? She was sitting on my lap earlier until she just jumped down just now. Hiding under the bed now? Okay. The Crimean army defeats General Petrine, one of Ashnard's feared 4 riders, and finally arrives home. The princess' return is met with jubilation and tears of the retainers who have managed to survive. As long as we have Princess Elincia, Crimea will be liberated. These are the words that give the people hope as they endured the harsh rule of a conquering country. The silent masses, who long for the restoration of their homeland, slowly begin to give voice to their dream. Surely, they think, this chance to see Crimea freed will not be wasted. Is there a spare Oscar fund? There isn't, but you can pay to, like, force deploy him or give him a forge or something. And maybe that'll discourage people. Spoilers, it probably won't, but, you know. Delbray Castle. Can it be? There's no mistake in my words. The princess has returned to Crimea. Lady Lucia serves as her guide. They should be on their way here as we speak. How long has it been since we've seen the princess? We've been living for the day when we would steal the eyes from Dane's army and bring her home, and now it has come. Indeed, for his majesty, for the queen, and for Crown Prince Renning as well. We must act as one and support our beloved Princess Elincia. Yes, if all goes well, our dearest wish will soon come to fulfillment. There's no time to wait. If we wish to properly greet the princess and her retinue, there's much to be done. Right, let's let everyone know. We must divide the task and begin preparation for a feast at once. And flowers must be prepared for the princess's chamber. Oh, we mustn't forget music and entertain either. I suppose we'll have to polish the silver tableware I was hiding too. You possess such refined things. I figured you for a rustic ball, you would have sold them for a lamb shank. I received the silver from His Majesty when I was awarded my knighthood. I have been saving it for just such an occasion. Well done! Get ready, we're going to be very, very busy. Ha 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 ha! What a fantastic day this will be. The Crimean retainers are waiting for us at the Castle Delbray? Yes. In your absence, Princess, we used the cellars beneath the castle as a secret meeting place. It is from there that we contacted each other retainers who were hiding throughout the land. And no one was discovered? We disguised ourselves as merchants or peasants, and Dane looked right past us. Their arrogance is without equal. However, now that we've heard of your return, we are bringing out our hidden Crimean armor and polishing away. Merchants? Joffrey is one thing, but I cannot imagine Bastion as a shopkeeper. No one could. That's why he dressed as a street performer. Now that I can see. I'm sure it suited him perfectly. Did he juggle and gamble about? And Joffrey? Never have you seen a merchant with such perfect posture. That sounds just like him. Princess Alencia seems to be having a wonderful time. She's been smiling and laughing for hours. It seems she and Lucia grew up together. She feels completely at ease around her. The princess seemed to be off with good cheer when she was with us as well, but I suppose she was putting on a brave face. When I see her in this light, I'm reminded she's still only a young woman. What we see now is a princess, as she was before Dane's attack. That is the true Princess Alencia. It's good to be home, isn't it? We still have many battles ahead, but for tonight we should relax and forget our cares. No one can continue under this much stress forever, right? I suppose you're right. Joffrey's merchant job was selling bad live service games. Oh, hold on. We have a spammer in the Twitch. I swear, Twitch is just problems. Problems, problems, problems. It's like such a obvious scam too. I guess that's the point, right? It self-selects people who would more likely fall for the scam. But it's just so silly, like, yo, let's be friends. Oh shit, I forgot to take my morning meds. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, they were up here the whole time. Hang on, I'm putting some more food out for my cat. Playing Fire Emblem Lex Talionis changes someone? I mean, I've played a couple of Lex Talionis games. I don't think they especially changed me. Whew. It's just like, you know, Fire Emblem, but a little bit off. Ah, Ike, hiding in the shadows of that tent. Grab him. What? Hey, ouch! You gotta let me go. Stop whining, you little baby. Get over here. You spineless sop. You never learn, do you? What's going on? Listen to this, Ike. While I was changing my clothes, my dear brother tried stealing from my purse again. Don't do this here. You don't need to tell the whole camp about it, do you? Who created this situation in the first place? And here I was thinking you finally turned yourself around. Even as you speak, Mother is at home weeping in her soup. You chowderhead. Don't worry about Mom. Dad's there to take care of her. You brainless eunuch. Ah! Marcia! Marcia! Ow! Ow! My foot! You're crushing it! I heard something crunch! Help! I'm being crippled! And no one cares. Alright, I think that's enough. It's one thing that you're grumpy blamed loud, but it's worse that you never ever change! You're always being chased by thugs, and I always have to go looking for you. Do you have any idea how much I worry? Would it hurt you to think of others once in a while? You're my older brother, remember? Marcia? I'm sorry, I'll give up gambling. I'll work hard and repay all the debts. Please, you gotta believe me. Why not forgive him? He's the only brother you got, right? Well, if he insists. Well, if Ike insists. Really? Do you forgive me? Only if you keep your word. This is the absolute last time. I swear at Dad's grave. That's not gonna work, you twit. Dad's still alive. Made you laugh. About time, too. Straight up and don't trouble your sister anymore. Say, Marcia? What is it, Makalov? You want to bet on how long I can keep my promise? I'll give you 4-to-1 odds. Ah! I highly doubt anyone ever played it, but Dai's Emblem feels like an FEU fever dream. No, I haven't played that one. It feels like honestly, I feel like I would need to know more about FEU than, you know, to get, like, the jokes or whatever. And, you know, I don't really... Yeah. We'll go longsword. Morning streaming or afternoon? No, just the morning. I have a vet appointment in the afternoon, so I can't do longer than that. So we're probably only gonna have 1 or 2 maps right now. Dai's Emblem implies the existence of Liv's Emblem. Congratulations. You've inspired my forge name. It'll be green, the color of life. Oh right, Jill can't use it. I don't think Har can either, right? Yeah. This is gonna be just basically Boyd, right? Can anyone else use a silver axe? I don't. Oh, Titania. Jill can't even use the silver axe. I forgot wyverns are lance units in this, not axe units. Titania and Largo are the only FE9 units with A at base. Yeah. It's just weird because Harkin used the Brave Axe, and like Brave is better than Silver, but they didn't think so back now. Today's the happy day the princess returns, yet the goddess sees fit to bring rain. Calm rain is like a kiss upon the face, a sweet scent and feel unparalleled in kind. Reunions in the rain are most heartfelt. Sebastian, how far do you suppose the princess and her escort have come? Why aren't they here yet? Listen, friend, you have asked that same question 58 times, and I have responded 57 times. But now 58 comes and on. You need to calm down. I know, but it's only a little while longer. Make no mistake, our princess will arrive today. I understand your impatience, I really do, but you're the general of our little army. If you act so, the men will react in kind. You're right. A true knight is the essence of composure. Take a deep breath. Breathe in. And out. Woo! Ooh. See, don't you feel much better? Oh, blast, it's no good. I'm gonna go, check on stuff. What am I supposed to do with him? They're here, I see them. Wait, really? That's them, isn't it? The princess's army? Where? Show me where you're looking. Joffrey, that's not the princess. Those are Dane troops. What? No, please tell me you're joking. Once we cross the hills, we'll be in Delbray territory. Count Bastian went ahead of us, so they should know of your return by now. Speaking of which, here he comes right now. Suppose he couldn't wait any longer and came riding to meet you. How sweet. Princess Alencia, Lady Lucia! Bastian, there's no need for you to rush. I'm coming in your direction anyway. We've been attacked! Castle Delbray is surrounded by enemy troops! No! It can't be. Joffrey is acting as a decoy. You must continue on this road to the southwest. So the enemy's found us, eh? Nothing to do about it if it changed course. I'll lead you to another hiding place. Well, what are you saying, Lucia? We must help Joffrey. Bastian? Luck was not with us, Princess. We have no choice. We'll have to abandon our companions at Castle Delbray. No, we will not! Joffrey and the others have survived so much already. I won't abandon them. Princess, please understand. If we could do so without danger, we would gladly risk our risk to go back. We cannot do this! Please, Lucia, we must go to the castle! Bastian, you must not do this thing! Joffrey is a knight! In the name of all friends' honor, Princess, you must escape! No! They've survived this long! They're alive! No! General Ike, we don't have much time. While we stand here squabbling, Dane scouts may spot our position. Please move the army southwest on this road. No. Pardon? What did you say? We're going to the castle. If it's surrounded by Dane troops, we'll cut our way through and join the other knights. Understood? Weren't you listening? We said we had no choice but to leave them behind. They were lost to us the moment the enemy discovered and surrounded them. They're not lost, so we can't take them. They're not so lost that we can't take them back. You're the general of Crimea's army, are you not? Even if only for the moment? I would hope that you would act in accordance with your responsibilities. I didn't choose to ask to be general. I was put here by a matter of time and circumstance. But as a mercenary, I have a contract with Princess Alencia that's still in effect. That means she's my employer. And right now, my employer says she wants to go and save the people stuck in that castle. Is that correct, Alencia? Yes, I don't want anyone else to be sacrificed. So, we're gonna go help them. If you're worried about the princess, I'll leave her here with you. And you can keep her safe. My Lord Ike. Until the princess's army is out of sight, we must not let the enemy spot them. Do what you must to draw their attention. Yes, sir. They're coming into view. Combat formations. Mm-hmm. I forgot you had so few deployment slots on this map. I guess it's because Bastion I guess it's because Bastion and Lucia join, but... It's a little Akko Taco. Imagine risking everyone's lives for Joffrey. I mean, we'll get to them in the unit review, but I think Joffrey's actually, like, pretty good for a late game unit. He just, you know, joins quite late, is his biggest problem. I think if we're getting Bastion on this map, since we have such low deployment slots, I'll deploy Rolf instead of Khalil for memes. Like, obviously Khalil is better, don't get it twisted, but he's my favorite little meme boy. And we have the triangle attack available, so, you know. Why is there a green unit missed? Yeah, it's weird. She's the only other Valkyrie in the game. It's kind of funny. I'll do anything to unalive Oscar. Yeah, I mean, if you want to kill Oscar, you know, there's a donate button. Can I see Boyd's stats? Yeah, our Boyd is, like, alright. I don't know how this is compared to averages, but it feels about average, and, you know, Boyd's alright in general. Time for the greatest unit of all time, Lucia. Those Crimean refugees are no easy meat, and there are more of them than I expected. General Rickard, enemy reinforcements are approaching from the east. What? It appears to be some troops from Princess Crimea's army. The army that brushed aside the troops in train and defeated General Petrine at Riven Bridge. They're marching towards us. Fantastic. I was getting bored of hunting stragglers. Let's smash all these curs and wrap ourselves in glory. General Joffrey! It's the Crimean army! Princess Lyncia's army is headed this way! Fools. What were you thinking, Bastion? Oh, Princess, it's not too late. Please take wing and flee. Our goal is to rescue those knights near the castle. Attack! Alright, let's... Oh, she doesn't kill with a steel sword. That's actually so sad. I got a speed and strength transfer on Boyd last playthrough. It felt so good. I mean, I think that actually probably helps him a little bit in Radiant Dawn. I've been fairly vocal about being a transfers non-believer. But Boyd's speed and strength, specifically speed, but strength helps too, because he starts with a pretty heavy weapon in Radiant Dawn, are nice upgrades for him. 16 defense on Boyd is huge, Boyd Gaming. I think we had... Oh no, we've had the fighter ban on him the whole time. Yeah. He's bulkier than normal, yeah. You can reach there. Okay, so we go here. Dan Saruni. Boyd is one of the few that a speed transfer is impactful for. Yeah, I think of the units that, like, appreciate transfers, Boyd is probably the one who needs it the least. In part because, you know, he joins in Ike's army, and Ike's army doesn't really need help. Whereas, like, Ileana, it buffs Ileana a bunch, and, like, the Dawn Brigade needs help. And then Nephany, it buffs Nephany a lot, and, you know, that map can be tricky otherwise. The issue is getting the speed transfer is hard. Yeah, I mean, I also just don't think, like... Obviously, getting Gifka's transfer, like, if you're planning on doing a transfers playthrough, Gifka's is free, so it's like, you might as well. But for the others, it's stats that they don't typically, it's stats that they don't typically actually do all that well in. So it ends up as like, yes, technically, if you get blessed or whatever, this could help. But realistically, it's just not doing anything for you. Jill transfer? I honestly don't think, like, Jill's issue is her bulk. Her HP, right? Jill's biggest issue is her HP and her accuracy. 2 skills not fixing her accuracy. Like, she needs a forge to fix her accuracy. And the HP is only getting fixed by an angelic robe. So, I don't think Jill's transfers are very helpful. Even though Jill is a unit that needs a little bit of help to get going, I don't think the transfers actually do anything. Like, her strength and speed are fine. They're not great, but they're fine. So they're not like, because the thing about transfers is it's only 2 points. So it matters for units who are like on a threshold. Jesus Christ. Did I have like a killer lance or something? Or did I just get unlucky? Gifka becoming stronger and faster than Kanagas without form shift. Yeah, it's interesting. Honestly, I kind of wish that that was his design without transfers. Because it puts him in it makes an interesting comparison between the units. Holy shit! Wait, no! Yes! 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 Paragon does way more than transfers for Jill. I think you're forgetting that Jill can't equip Paragon. Paragon can only be equipped by tier 2 units. Jill starts as a tier 1 unit. So I don't know what you're thinking of, but Jill can't use Paragon. Unless you instantly promote her, which is a terrible idea. Because, then she doesn't get level ups, right? So I give Paragon to Zehark usually, but the other contender is Micaiah, if you care about Micaiah's stats. I don't. Because she kills everything with Thani anyway, and then in part 2, she's not killing stuff regardless, so, or part 3, she's not killing regardless, so. Lucia, Bastion, are you sure you want to do this? The words of Ike yet ring in my ears. We were so trapped in our own ideas that we were unable to sympathize with your feelings. I'm terribly sorry. Because of you two. Because the two of you think to put me above everything else, you say you will sacrifice your lives for me. Yet, even if I'm able to borrow Ice strength and win back Crimea, if the cost of that victory is the lives of you two, I shall never smile again. I shall never, and joy, I'll never feel that emotion fill my heart. Princess Alencia, please aid Ike and rescue Joffrey and the others. Then return to me. Come back alive. For you, we would depart the world itself. We'll be back. So, unit reviews. Bastion is our final sage. Just like Khalil, he's also got knives instead. 12 strength, but like knife moment, right? Yay, 20 attack. He does more with tomes usually. He's worse than Khalil, like not only because he joins later, but also he just has worse stats and is a higher level. But he can still use every siege tome. He has corrosion. And there's a funny strategy you can do where you use Siege Tome with Corrosion to try to break other Siege Tomes. Normally using Siege Tomes against Siege Tome users isn't very good because they have good res. But Bastion can gamble and try to use Corrosion to break their Siege Tomes. It's more of a meme than anything, but it's really his only claim to fame, because otherwise he's like a second but worse version of Khalil that you deploy on Clash and never again. Sage just isn't a very good class in this game. You don't really need more than one Siege Tome user. Especially outside of Clash. Because Clash, you have so many deployment slots, it's like, might as fucking well. But otherwise, like, what are you doing, right? He also can't use bolting. Which is unfortunate, because bolting is the only Siege Tome you get 2 of. So, it limits him. Like, I'd prefer if he couldn't use Meteor or Blizzard. Because you get 2 boltings, but you only get 1 Blizzard and 1 Meteor. It's just unfortunate. Although, speaking of unfortunate, Lucia might be the worst unit in the game. Also, why is she racist? Why is she racist? Like, it makes sense that Jill has a Lagoose Guard, but what the fuck is this shit? Lucia, do you have something to say? Swordmaster's a bad class. Lucia has a bad join time. Like, we're near the end of the game. This map, next map, Clash, Black Knight map, Animal map, end of the game. There are 7 maps left, including this map. And you're gonna field a 15 strength Swordmaster? Are you kidding me? 1 range locked, foot locked, sure, but like the real killer is her stats are garbage. Compared to our Mia, and Mia's a bad unit. Mia's just better in every regard except for like what? No, it's literally everything. And Mia's a bad unit. Lucia's genuinely like, it's either Lucia or Rolf for the worst unit in the game. I think it's Lucia, but like, come on. She only has 3 more strength than Bastion. Yeah, but she uses a real weapon type. You know, so it's a little bit better. But yeah, she's just garbage. Like, she's just straight garbage. Worth noting, you do need to keep both Lucia and Bastion alive if you want the Amity, but like, Alencia is also garbage in this game. So, it's like, who cares? I ate all the BXP. I like when you do the voices, it makes me grin. Thank you. I think it's fun. I have fun with it. At least Rolf's around. Yeah, I think, like, so the argument in favor of Lucia instead of Rolf, right, is she has a chapter where she shows up for free, right? She also can do stuff on enemy phase. Not much, but she can do stuff. What about parity? Enemies don't have support bonuses. Enemies usually don't have skills. And terrain is very rare. I don't think parity matters. Parity can work as a skill if it was reworked. The idea of it as a personal could be cool. I think it's honestly more of a downside than anything. What about the parallel falchion? Now we're cooking. Parity's funny on a Swordmaster because lol. Yeah, that's the other thing, is like, she doesn't have accuracy issues. Swordmasters are a class that you might consider dodge tanking on. Oh, so then it, like, disables terrain, you mean? Yeah, that's also a concern, I guess. Big Iron! Nice, nice. Our Ike is shaping up nicely for his duel. I have a hack in a hack that can do... I do have a hack. I do have a unit in a hack that can not have support bonuses or be refreshed, but you block any debuff or any kind. Interesting. The worst part of Lucia is that Tanith has similar stats, the same sword rank, and a better class, and also lances. Oh, don't insult Tanith like that. Her stats are not similar to Lucia, are they? Her stats are good. Wait, now I have to check. I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong, but I need to check now. She also has a magic stat. Like, that's a big difference maker. The goat living at 1. Her stats are similar, but she joins several maps earlier. That's a bit of an understatement. She joins in the beginning of the Dane arc, whereas Lucia joins during the last arc of the game, the Crimea arc. You know, it'd be like saying Nino has better stats than Urk. Technically true, but, like, there's a difference, right? Totally planned. Yeah, I'm definitely doing this math, smiley face. I'm doing it off screen. You just can't see it. I have to check their stats. I have to check their stats to see if it's true now. "19 strength, 26 speed versus 15 strength, 23 speed. I wouldn't call that similar, not by Fire Emblem standards. 16 defense versus 12 defense? Nah, you're not... 10 defense! I thought she was better than she is. I gave her more credit than she deserved. Four strength difference is pretty big. I was referring to base stats. Yeah, but like, Tanith joined a long time ago. Like, base stats only matter as far as, like, if they join together, right? 12? Level 12, level 15? So it's not even like their levels are far apart either. Oh, thank goodness! The Crimean army has arrived! We have suffered so much under Dane's rule, we'll finally be free! We can put our faith in that, can't we? If there's anything we need to help, we'll do it. Please rescue our beloved Crimea! I like that she says rescue and then she gives you the savior scroll. That's good flavor. I mean unalive? Yeah, YouTube chat, you can thank all the unalive gamers. Because YouTube chat has actually started censoring kill now. Which didn't used to be a thing until the preemptive censorship team happened. But I can't see your message if you say the word kill, which is, you know, unfortunate. Holy shit! Someone just gifted 5 memberships. Dovingly, thank you for the gift of 5 memberships. Where do I donate to Unalive Oscar? There's a link in the description. There's a link in the description. Is Oscar, are we about to, oh, this is the perfect map for it too. Because he can fight the Dark Knight. He can fight the Death Knight, the Black Knight. If Oscar gets killed on this map, I'll have him 1v1 the Black Knight. If Oscar gets killed on this map, I'll have him 1v1 the Black Knight. That's perfect. Like, this is the best timing for it, honestly. I couldn't have asked for something better if I tried. Does that make Savior an example of Son Alive? What's Son Alive? By the way, I also started Path of Radiance. How are you liking it? Is this your first time? Or have you played it before? The fucking Killer Axe Berserker is such an evil... Such a fucking evil... We don't even one-round him, because Har can't fucking double shit. Alright, Brave Axe this guy. This is my first time.
Here we go!
Anonymous has just tipped $33. Viva la Karen. Bumsker.
Oscar is getting ready to retire. Okay, Oscar, for no reason whatsoever, I think you should give... all of your non-personal weapons to Lucia, and we're just gonna hang out over here. It has been done. I have to update the pinned message now. Thank you so much for the $33 donation, Duffingly. I assume that was you. I assume that was you. Oscar's fate has been sealed. The death note was signed. Let's find out if YouTube lets me say death. There we go. That is the pinned message. This is technically a KMU, so you can donate to kill others if you want, but, I think for the memes, people really... Oscar is currently at... dead. See, the fucking crit! The fucking crit! It's so evil! I hate him so much. Oscar hatred is out of control. We have a crisis. Oscar is the real male loneliness crisis. The Oscar loneliness crisis. I get why the kill world is blocked in theory, but the fact it extends to the creator. It's also like, so there's settings, right? I have it set so that chat, no messages get censored. Because you can set it to be like, especially if you're like a kids-friendly streamer, right? Like if you stream to younger audiences, and I don't, obviously, I swear a ton, right? But you can set it so that messages get censored. You can choose no censorship, heavy, light, you know. And I think that's actually good because then if someone is like, you know, I'm making content for kids, I hope that people don't pop into chat and say boner, boner, boner. That'll get censored, right? You can also choose specific words to get censored. And I have slurs censored, right? Because you can manually enter words, so I have like the N word is censored, the K word is censored, the T word is censored, the R word is censored, right? Just because nobody wants to deal with that shit. But other than that, I have it marked like no automatic blocked messages. But YouTube has decided, actually your choices really matter, like in Three Houses. And even though I marked it to never censor any messages, it censors the word kill. Oscar is in r/male living spaces 10. Danny's on her way to censor Edelgard. No. If people want to be weird about Three Houses discourse, then, you know, I'll just slap them with a ban. But I think people are usually normal about Three Houses stuff. Can we get boner, boner, boner in chat for Oscar? Everyone needs to say boner, boner, boner now. Alright. We do gotta kill this fuckface. Oscar, make good use of your... Oh, right. He only has the Rolf good now. Here. Bastion has Elwind. He can fight that guy. Voner. Renob. I think people whining about Three Houses discourse are getting more annoying than the discourse itself. I used to think that, and then I was unfortunate enough to say that I've never encountered Three Houses discourse, and the universe said, okay, we're gonna get a bunch of people newly to find your YouTube channel and get really fucking weird about Dimitri and Edelgard and all that stuff. So now I understand why people don't like Three Houses discourse, because I am also in that boat. That explicitly includes Three Houses versus Engage. I think it's actually kind of obnoxious how the sort of groupthink Fire Emblem has universally decided that, like, Engage's story broke into their house and slit their grandma's throat. I don't think Engage is a particularly good story, to be honest, and the final act, basically everything after the chapter where you play hide and seek in Fog of War, I actually actively dislike. As he just engages in a lot of tropes that I just hate. But I also think, like, I mean, one, I don't think Three Houses has a very good story either. I think most Fire Emblems have pretty bad stories. But even outside of that, I think, like, you know, if you don't like something, you know, say you don't like it or whatever, don't make it your personality. Hating a specific, like, once your personality is hating a specific game or movie or whatever, it's the Last Jedi of the Fire Emblem, is what it is. Like, people have not gotten over it. It's been 3 years, and people are still freaking out about the fact that their anime video game had a cringy anime story. Oh, fuck, Har died. Commander Shinara, your vengeance, Should we reset for him? I think we just play through that. It'd be more interesting. We lost the Brave Axe too. That's pretty unfortunate. I forgot how fucking long these ballistas are. They're obnoxiously long. Rip the Brave Axe. Yeah, that's the real unfortunate. Oh, sure, their pre-promoted sages get staff access. Long ballista moment. Yeah, is it 15 tiles or something? Can supports fix a story? No, no. Like, just hard and fast, no. I'm sorry, but if your argument is like, actually, they have hidden depth if you access a bunch of hidden cutscenes that only work if you wait 32 turns on a map with them standing next to each other holding hands, I don't fucking buy that shit. Like, it's bad. Supports aren't a part of the story. Supports can be interesting to talk about, but they can't fix the story. Especially because, like, there are plenty of stories with interesting characters, but just a bad story. And supports really only, you know, flesh out characters. More wyverns. We're losing Oscar, and we lost Har. This might be a rough map. This might be, like, Clash is gonna be a little bit interesting now. No Brave Axe, no Har, no Oscar. And even though I could finish the map right now, I actually can't because, I have to wait for the Black Knight to show up to kill off Oscar. Someone on the dev team lovingly wrote the supports. I guess I feel bad for dismissing something. I'm not dismissing the supports, but I'm saying that it doesn't fix flaws in a story. I can't believe we lost Har, Armpit Gamers. Ten strength. Woo! Eat rock with one less flyer. Yeah, that's gonna be the real obnoxious part, but, like, let's be honest, it's the Tanith show anyway. These ballistas are so long. It's obnoxious. Is there new discourse in Big 26? What does that mean? I don't know what that means, I'm sorry. 2026. What's the discourse about 2026? Ah, fuck. Okay. Har gets to come back to life. Let's get, items for Bastion. Oscar will now be the Bastion items escort. Can somebody do me a favor? Check online. What turn does the Black Knight show up? They're asking if there's new discourse to talk about in 2026. Probably. I feel like there's always new discourse. One of my most recent learnings is you don't have to Iron Man to leave people dead. That's what I'm always saying. Even on casual playthroughs like this one, like playthrough deaths, obviously don't leave like a core member of your team dead, but playthrough deaths if it's like annoying, right? Or if it's like someone who you're if it's someone who you're not like planning on using long term or something, right? Be more comfortable playing through deaths. That's what I think. According to WOD, the Black Knight shows up on turn 6. Cool, cool, cool. Casual players don't have to deal with that. I mean, they do. They literally do. This is a casual playthrough. On 9 Iron Man runs, deaths are a time to choose between replaying the map or not. I mean, I guess, kind of, but... I was making a joke about casual mode. Yeah, I just don't think... Yeah, I think... There's this sort of idea that casual is a derogatory term. And I think it's a little bit silly, to be frank. Like, casual just means you're not doing any sort of, like, challenge or whatever. I guess technically, with, like, the KMU and, like, chat being able to donate for silly stuff, this would be a challenge, but, like, realistically, I don't think anyone would refer to this as challenge run. Like, it's just a chill playthrough. We're just... And, like, that makes it casual, right? I'm a gamer and I hate casuals. Did y'all see the don't play on easy mode post the other day? Let me see if I can find it. probably going to get downvoted to hell, but oh, sorry, not sorry. Video games are designed around the max difficulty and must be played at one, unless the hardest option is meant for some sort of challenge run like permadeath, no respawn, etc. Games is and always was a competitive hobby, and easy difficulty removes competition, making playing pointless. Not everyone can be a winner. Try harder or pick another hobby. I'm so tired of devs catering to a wider audience, introducing more and more options to make their game mind-numbingly easy, unchallenging, and therefore pointless. Gosh, I miss when gaming was a niche hobby for weirdos and games could be as challenging and rewarding as devs please. Now everybody and their fucking grandma are gamers, and video games have turned into walk in the park, participation trophy type shit. I'm playing for the story. Go read a book. There's plenty of stories out there. Video games are not only about the story, but also competition and overcoming challenges. Max difficulty is too hard. Too bad. Video games are not for you then. Pick another hobby. There's plenty to choose from. What if I'm disabled? Well, disabilities come with handicaps, limiting your ability to participate in some activities. It's sad, but that is life. So first off, you know, obviously the ableism, not dodging the ableism accusations by literally just saying, you know, fuck disabled people in their post. Not dodging because there's some fucking, the most annoying talking point is like, actually difficulty is not about disability. When like, unfortunately, the two are kind of inexorably linked, right? But my favorite bit, there's also obviously the, gamers, like, video games have raised a generation that think they are badasses for overcoming challenges that were designed to be beaten. I'm sorry, but like, winning at a video game, yeah, it's an accomplishment, especially if it's a hard video game, but it doesn't make you, like, people act like they went to fucking war because they beat Call of Duty or whatever, right? The devs made these challenges specifically so you could beat them. Yes, even on the hard mode, it's designed to be able to be beaten. You're not the badass you think you are. But my favorite part is this person gives their own qualifier. If your argument is games always need to be beaten on the highest difficulty, then why not when the highest difficulty includes permadeath? Are you too much of a scared baby to play on permadeath? Like, I'm sorry, but by your logic, you're playing games wrong because you're not playing on permadeath. Bro threw ableism in for literally no reason. I mean, not no reason. Like, it's a core part of the hardcore gamer argument. I think the fact that there's ableism at the end is very telling about the way that, like, the difficulty discourse is just kind of inexorably linked to ableism. And, like, I say this as someone who generally, you know, depending on the game, I will usually play games at or around the hardest possible difficulty. Obviously case by case dependent. There's certain genres that I won't play on the hardest difficulty, and like if a game's hardest difficulty only gets unlocked for New Game Plus, like yeah, because I play on hard, and there are technically harder difficulties, but you can only play them after you've beaten the game once, and I'm like, I'm not messing around with that, you know? I can't beat that difficulty, thus it's not required. Yeah, I mean, like, it's just... I also think there's a strong possibility that that post is bait. But unfortunately, I've spent enough time in the Dark Souls community to know that, like, even if that specific post is bait, there are plenty of others just like it that are not. I've never seen difficulty discourse with ableism on tactics games. Oh wait, is Jill... She's not gonna die, right? Yeah, because he goes for Mia anyway. Yo, the crit didn't even kill, because Mia's garbage! Harder difficulties are unlocked after beating the game. Might as well be balanced around New Game Plus, and I honestly don't want to deal with New Game Plus balanced games. Yeah, that's how I feel about, in Triangle Strategy, New Game Plus is technically harder. And it's like, I just find it obnoxious, especially chapter 1, like the first chapter of the prologue. On New Game Plus just becomes hell, which is unfortunate because you basically need to do New Game Plus to unlock the golden route. So I've never played the golden ending of Triangle Strategy, despite it being one of my favorite SRPGs ever. So that's just, you know, a little bit unfortunate. Triangle Strategy was fun. Triangle Strategy is awesome. I want to replay it, but I've got so many other games that I want to play that aren't replays. So, you know, it's just kind of on the back burner. Let's take out this ballista. Taneth has the full guard. But this ballista causes problems. Triangle Strategy 2 was just cancelled. Wait, there was a sequel? I didn't know there was a sequel. I have an interesting question. I've heard mixed opinions on it. How do you feel about difficulty locked achievements? I think difficulty locked achievements are stupid. Well, okay. No. I think that when there's accessibility options that turn off achievements, that's stupid. I think difficulty locked achievements are fine. So long as it doesn't also, like, you know, obviously there's a difference between, because I know some games will include, like, assist mode or whatever, right? But then they'll disable, like, something that's explicitly meant for accessibility, but then they'll disable achievements, and I think that is kind of obnoxious. But as far as, like, you know, The Last of Us, for example, has an achievement for beating the game on Grounded, which is that game's highest difficulty. I think that's fine. And not everyone's going to be able to beat the game on Grounded, and sometimes that might be because of, like, disability stuff, you know, reaction time, or other things that are impacted by disabilities, right? But I also think that at the end of the day, and maybe this is because I think achievements are stupid, but, like, I think achievements are stupid. I think achievements are, like, imaginary brownie points that gamers have become obsessed with. And I get it, like the serotonin or whatever, right? Oh, just elixir. Bragging rights are cool, but they're just for yourself. Yeah. Yeah, bragging rights are cool. But as you say, like, it's just bragging rights. Like, it's not... It doesn't matter, right? I also think, right, like, if you're going to have an achievement locked behind difficulty, you should have an equivalent version of that that's not locked behind difficulty, right? So, like, for example, you know, there's the achievement for beating the game on the highest difficulty, and I think that's fine. I don't think it would be okay if it was like, there's 17 achievements, but you cannot get any achievements unless you play on hard mode, right? Like, I think at that point, it's like, okay, what are we doing? I think when they're done right, they can be a good way to track completion, but it doesn't happen very often. I think if an achievement, like, I think if a game's only achievements are story progress, then that's like the worst possible thing, because it's like, what's the point of achievements then, right? I do find it very funny when sometimes games will troll you with achievements. There's a Forza game that famously gave gamer score in an odd number. It had like, it gave 1 gamer score if you like booted it up, and then it would give 9 for 100% completing. It's on Xbox because they have scores instead of trophies. So basically you were stuck with a like a 1 digit at the end of your achievements. Unless you 100% of the game. I think that's very funny. I also like games that have, like, achievements that almost, like... They almost feel like trolling you, right? Like, Dark Souls 2 has an achievement for dying. And it feels like it was put there just so that the all-achievement speedrun would have to commit suicide at some point. The Kingdom Hearts collection on PS3 had achievements locked to easy mode. Yo, that's so funny. Imagine the sweaty gamers crying as they select easy mode. It's for the achievement, I swear! I am only doing it for the trophy! Seeing a save file with names like Painful Mode, All Challenge Mode, Secret Map Unlocked, and has pretty colors. I mean, that sounds cool, but you don't need achievements for that. Like, wouldn't the unlockable extra be, like, give you that on its own? Want to hear a funny one on that? I saw a Blue Sky post where someone complained about the achievement for dying because it's a permanent mark of shame. You have failed this gamer challenge. Mark of shame enacted. Alright. Mia, can you kill this person? Ooh. That's rough, buddy. I want to see a person play Celeste where your death count is just on the map screen. Yeah, I mean, Celeste does a good job of being like, you're not... Your deaths are not a point of shame. You know, they're a learning opportunity. I think that's pretty cool. There we go. Cooked the Berserker. Apparently the PS4 version of Deltarune, there's achievements for things like taking damage and using items, and there's a reward if you don't get any achievements. That sounds pretty cool. Christian contribution! The dev doesn't recommend it, though. Silly Toby. Tricky Toby. Tricky Toby. Tricky Dicky Toby. Fire Emblem achievement has you kill everyone on their join map. I mean, Path of Radiance kind of has that. You get alternate cutscenes during like the first like 7 chapters. You get alternate cutscenes if like Boyd and Oscar and Titania die. Which is kind of cool, because Boyd and Oscar are involved in the main story for the first 7 chapters, and Riss, like all the Gremlin mercenaries, right? So you get alternate cutscenes depending on who lives and dies. And, like, Titania will tell Ike, like, take this as a lesson. On your first mission, 2 of your friends died, like, never let your guard down. So I think that's pretty cool. Is that the spiritual successor to Undertale's achievements being tied to, like, repeatedly donating 1 gold at a time? Yeah, I think Toby Fox hates achievements, and honestly, so based for that, because I kind of do too. Giving units the personal held items with weaker personal skills as the effect. I mean, it kind of sounds like you're describing something from Death and Tactics. Which is a game focused on permadeath. Upcoming SRPG focused on permadeath. I don't think that would be, like, a good idea in a regular Fire Emblem. Because even though it has permadeath, it's never been the focus. Despite what people say, after FE1, permadeath was never the focus. But Death and Tactics, specifically a game that is designed around exploring all the cool possibilities that permadeath brings to the table, I think is a very good choice in that. Wishlist Death and Tactics. Wishlist Death and Tactics now. This video is not sponsored. Although, you know, for full disclosure, I have, you know, collaborated with 5 Points and stuff before, so I would consider myself to be on good terms with him. He's the game's creator. Tons of wyverns now. Weird that it zooms over to Jill, but then the reinforcements all show down here and, like, over here. It's very strange. It's very strange. No fucking shot. 14. Okay, we can kill this guy. We can kill this guy. FE11 was made for permadeath? Yes, it was. And people hated it for that, and they're all wrong. Everyone is wrong except for me! I'm a YouTuber! But yeah, I think people hate the permadeath aspects, like the guidance and whatnot. And I think people need to... I think people who complain that you can't access the guidance unless your units die, are incredibly, incredibly silly, in my opinion. Because it's like, they're not meant to... Like, they're meant to be... They're not rewards for killing your units. FE11 was designed around permadeath. They're meant to be safety valves, right? It's like, hey, you fucked up. Here's something that, like, it'll help you not game over. But maybe the problem with that is that gamers should be punished for not playing on the hardest difficulty! And anytime you screw up, you need to be punished! You've been a bad gamer! I don't know where that last part came from. It was more like sexy bad daddy, than the elite gamer head. Unless you're Nagi. Well, Nagi's also... No, but Nagi's also for permadeath! Because Nagi is Tiki's replacement who only shows up if you actually need to replace Tiki. I'm sorry, but Nagi is also permadeath. You're wrong! Everyone but me is wrong! Oh god, Ike's in trouble. Ike's in trouble. Oscar's corpse got a perfect level up. Oh right, I forgot we have to kill him. I already forgot we had to kill him. But the Black Knight shows up soon, so we can kill him then. People are just obsessed with full recruitment. Yeah, and it's stupid. They shouldn't be. General Ike, allow me to apologize for my early remarks. I have a selfish request, but I would like to join. Yeah, alright, fine. Now hurry up. Eh? If you got the time to apologize, you got time to take out some enemies. Of course, to save my companions, I'll give it my all. Fantastic. Now let's go. Then, Rickard, your corpse will be the sustenance to feed my hunger for fame. No, he dodged! Oh, we dodged. Wow, that was a fucking FE6 round of combat, wasn't it? That was an FE6 ass round of combat. I'm obsessed with full recruitment. I can't stop the Mind Goblins. Mind Goblin these nuts! Full recruitment in 11 requiring you to kill everyone kind of defeats the point. I mean, you literally can't full recruit because you can't get both Aaron and Samson together. But also, like, by that logic, then, you know, why are we counting Athena and Horus as full recruitment? Like, why are we obsessed with getting every possible unit in the army? There's no achievements for it, unless you count, like, retro achievements. Ike has no chill. Ike knows we're playing on the highest difficulty, and therefore the game matters, because it wouldn't if we weren't! The gamer has become Alex Jones now. I just like the Alex Jones voice. But it does hurt my throat. Drink water, by the way. Everyone drink water. Oh, it's turn 6. Black Knight's gonna show up. We can kill Oscar now. This is so exciting. You're not playing on Maniac mode, you're a fake gamer. I'm a real American! I would only play the American difficulties! I'm a patriot! I don't believe in fake difficulties like the Japanese Maniac mode. I'm not a maniac! I'm a patriot! I'm locked in! Is that the Crimean army? Where is Gawain's son? Ah, he is much improved. He is his father's son after all. Contrary to my initial estimation, he may prove to be worthy. Is that him? It's him! Ike is excited because he's learned that we can kill Oscar now. Is that him? Is that the guy who kills Oscar? Hold a moment, please, my brave general. You again? I was but a humble court official in the service of a late king. My name is Bastian, Count of Fire. Allow me to give you a proper greeting and respects, General Ike. My thanks are due to you. I'm here to formally request your permission to join the battle taking place in the... Shut up! 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 We're in combat! If you want to prattle on like this, do it after we defeat the enemy. Oh, yes, of course. Well, it seems I find yet another font of good humor. Humph. We got a corrosion proc, that's funny. I'm sure fighting the Black Knight is a good idea. I'm fucking ready. I'm fucking ready. Here, we'll put Oscar at the edge of his range so he can enemy phase with a bow. If Oscar survives, I think he should be spared. Honestly, I think, oh, was it Dovingly who did the big donation? Yeah, Dovingly. I think Dovingly should get to choose. If Dovingly wants to spare Oscar, if Oscar survives, then I'll do it. But otherwise, Oscar, the death note has been signed, like... I can't do anything about it. It's just sort of how it is. Oscar will kill the Black Knight, trust. What about chat's money? Well, that's why I say, you know, we have the biggest contributor over there. I think the big contributor gets to choose, right? I think that's only fair. We broke the strap off. No, smiley face. The correct answer. We broke the strap on and now we broke the strap off. We have no more straps. We can make the strap out, I guess. Stat screwed Oscar is better than Ike any day, but a dead Oscar is the best Oscar, I suppose. Black Knight didn't attack. I think he's a coward. He's scared because he knows Oscar will one-round him. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Fool. Run now and I'll let you live. Oh! He's gonna let Oscar live! The enemy was better, it seems. Boy, Rolf. He got doubled by a general. I mean, 27 speed, though. It do be like that. I don't think he doubles Lucia. Yes, he does. Loud incorrect buzzer. If you ever think a positive thing about Lucia, you're probably wrong. The Black Knight stats are randomized. Is that true? Genuine question, is that true? I don't think they are, because most bosses don't have random stats. If Oscar's dead, how will we get triangle attack footage? I already got triangle attack footage of Rolf one-routing the priest with a triangle attack. A very necessary triangle attack. On the Jill's dad map. Does he have auto levels? No, I think he's got fixed stats. I might be wrong, but I think he has fixed stats. Oh no! Green Mist is gonna die! Oh, never mind, they split their attacks. Ricardo Fire Emblem decided to kill the sniper instead. Use the Alencia triangle attack? Oh, true. We do still have Marcia. She's alive. She's just, you know, chilling on the bench. Valkyrie is my favorite class. It's an interesting class, you know? It's an interesting class. I love how those guys show up to destroy the village, but the village has corrosion, so I don't care. And yet another general of Dane is defeated. I wonder how powerful you become, Army of Crimea. I look forward to our next meeting. My Lord Ike! Princess Alencia, so you came after all. Thanks to your careful words, both of my friends... Thanks to your words, both of my friends came to understand how vital it was. I don't understand the feelings of knights, but I do understand how important your former retainers are to you. And I also understand the strong support with which they provide you. I'm happy we were able to save them. As am I! Right, so shall we return? I'm gonna be fighting with them, so I should probably introduce myself. Wait, my Lord Ike! Yes? As you said, Lucia and the others are very important to me. Their family. I may presume too much, but well... My Lord Ike, you and the others are also irreplaceable to me, so I ask for your continued support. Of course, it's an honor. Princess! Joffrey! Oh, Princess, to behold you again, it's... If you had lost your life today, this reunion would not be taking place. Joffrey, do you hear me? Be careful! Yes, Princess. Lucia told me of what occurred. Our country and Princess now exist as one. It was never our intent to sacrifice our feelings for the sake of our nation. Please forgive us. Oh, but soft! What luck do we feel but fate's kiss? Anon the clouds do part, the rains do stop. Heaven itself does sing and thus rejoice. At the end of our tone, at the return of our one true ruler. Oh, princess, until world's end do we vow to follow. Do you we vow to follow? We are planets of your fair blazing sun. No longer will we think of honor in dying so cavalier a fashion. No matter the difficulties we face, we will choose the road that allows us to continue living at your side, unlike Oscar, who is no longer alive. Joffrey, Bastion, Lucia, thank you. Thank you, I'm so very happy. With you at my side, I want to retake the Kingdom of Crimea. Please lend me your strength. Of course. For our fair son, we would life forswear. To you, Princess Valencia, we three pledge our eternal loyalty. Ike's checking on Oscar. Why appear now? Do you mean to tell me you purposely waited until the battle was over? I know how your mind works. I assumed you would attack me the moment you saw me. But perhaps you've learned to judge the importance of time and place. To a mercenary, nothing's more important than the contract between him and his employer. Shall we call off our contest, then? You die here, you'll be in breach of contract, after all. That's not a problem. All I have to do is win. Ready yourself. Humph. You don't get the CG if Lucy or Bastion are dead. Yeah, and you miss out on a meaty as well. What's your Ike build? This is a game that doesn't really have builds. Units just sort of level up. You can give them skills, but the capacity system makes it so that there's not really builds. I guess you could technically call, like, the Wrath Resolve combo a build, but, like, not really. It's just two skills that work together well. You're not as overly clumsy as I had feared. It is regrettable that your weapon is made so poorly. Why do my attacks have no effect? My armor is blessed by the goddess. Only weapons that are also blessed can so much as scratch it. So common weaponry is useless, is that it? You should not worry about such trivialities. You possess the sacred blade Ragnell, do you not? Ah! It is the counterpart to my blade Alondite. Tell me you were not idiot enough to leave it in that place. You took it with you, did you not? Along with your father's corpse. That sword? The one you threw at my father as an act of charity? The one you refused? That's Ragnell? I claim victory today. When next we meet, bring Ragnell. Without a proper weapon, I grow bored. I'm imagining a remake of this game, both reclassing and builds. I mean, reclassing alone usually isn't enough to make builds. You know, there's reclassing in FE11, right? There's not really builds there. Ike and company break the siege of Delbury Castle and join the ranks with the Crimean retainers therein. The army grows to its largest size yet, and with the addition of the retainers, truly becomes the armed force of its name. In addition, their recent heroic acts moved the conservative Gallians to dispatch their much-needed reinforcements. The long-awaited warriors of Gallia marched through the treacherous Marnhunt mountain range, a series of jagged peaks that spread across southern Crimea.
HB_the battle donated $5. Please give Jeffrey a PRF steel bow named after the products he sold. A live service slop of your choice. High bar, marathon, etc.
Thank you, HP the battle. Sorry, I got a delayed alert for it. But yeah, I'll give Joffrey a high guard bow. They slip through the cracks in the Dane forces and move towards Crimea's army. Gallia rises. This information emboldens Ike, and he marches the army at top speed to join their new allies. Strange Lands. This is a weird chapter title because, like, we're in Crimea. These aren't strange lands. This is our homeland. Leanne, I'm coming. How are you feeling? It's good to hear that you are well. Not surprising. It is a beautiful day. Yes, we hawks enjoy the smell of the sea as well. Then you are starting to feel more at home? Good, good. And how is Lord Lorazaya? I had thought his condition might have improved. Well, let's hope for a brighter tomorrow. You can understand what the Heron Princess is saying, can't you, Your Majesty? Yes, well, some of it at least. Oh, you weren't around when Raisin first got here, were you, Lots? When he arrived, he was just like this. You'd never know it by how fluently he speaks our modern tongue, would you? Now that you mention it, he does use some funny words when he gets angry. But the letter just arrived. It's written in standard script, didn't it? Over these 20 years, he's gained total mastery of... You read the letter, didn't you? No, I just caught a glimpse of it in your hand. That's all. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. You little scamp. Shimini! Yeah, that's right. This is a letter from Raisin. It appears the Crimean army has passed safely through Dane and is on its way to the homeland. Yes, Raisin is fine, but I wonder what happened. He doesn't give details, but he asks Finestus to send reinforcements. If Prince Raisin is asking for help, things must be fairly serious. I'd like nothing better than to take wing immediately, but I can't leave Lord Loriza and Leanne here alone. No, that won't work. No! Don't try that look on me. There's no way I'm taking you with me. Yeah, that's crazy talk. I suppose it's time to put my plan into action. What is it? Alright, I'm off to Gallia to get things settled. Lots, I want you to watch over Leanne and help her pack. Yes, sir. I don't have any idea what you're trying to say. Maybe I should talk louder? Do you want me to put this in that bag? Got it. In it goes. I'm getting the hang of this. I'm putting it in the bag. What, is something wrong? What, over there, behind me? Is someone behind me? Ah! If you want your father to be killed, then by all means, keep screaming. He's right behind me, isn't he? Ah, the prodigal son returns. I have gained that which you requested. Show me. This way. Ah, these Heron Royals all look alike, don't they? Perhaps it proves their bloodline, but it's all unsettling how similar they are. I believe you had one in your possession previously. Yes, I tried to get her to free the Dark God from the medallion, but all she did was get sick and die. They're ridiculously frail creatures. I should have just killed her in the first place and saved some time. Might I suggest this one be treated with more care? Capturing her was not an easy task. For you, it did take quite a long time, didn't it? Diverting the sharp eyes of the Hog King proved to be quite difficult. It required much planning and care. Don't tell me it was difficult. I know you. You used that arcane war powder to travel about at will. The powder drains my strength. For that reason, I would rather not use it unless absolutely necessary. You are an enigma, Dark One. Everything you possess is fey and of unknown origin. The armor I presented you, do you find it satisfactory? No, it has my approval. My wyvern Rajan and this armor, which renders any enemy attack impotent, both are well suited to me. They both shine because they are mine. And now the medallion, and that glider as well. Both belong in my hands. Will the revival of the Dark God take place soon? Let me see. Conditions aren't bad, but how long will they continue? It's no matter. As long as all my chess pieces are on the board, things will work out. Soon every knee will bow to Ashnard. What's going on here? What's happened here? My king! Lots, hold on! I'm sorry, the princess. Who did this? Who is the craven dastard who did this to you? Knight in black armor. Ugh! Lots, no! Curse you, Dane! This was evilly done. If you think to play such a game, you'll not find me an easy mark. Lots died! My favorite character! Alright, so Joffrey... Where is he? I mean, we gotta do a unit review for him anyway. So this is Joffrey. He is the final paladin in the game. He's pre-promoted, level 11. His stats are, like, alright. Any trained paladin will have better stats than him. So, like, if you trained up Oscar, Kieran, Astrid, or Makalov, they're gonna have better stats than him. His weapon combo of lances and swords is also, or lances and bows is also, like, a little bit you know? Lances are good, right? And he has enough rank for the Brave Lance. He has A rank lances, actually. But otherwise, like, Paladin good, his stats are fine. And he has Paragon. So even though, like, Makalov, Astrid, Kieran, and Oscar will have better stats than him overall, he catches up. He sort of stays ahead of the curve. I think he's fine. Chat seemed to imply earlier that, like, Joffrey's awful or whatever, but, you know, his biggest problem is that he joins near the end of the game. Also, this first map is awful for him because the mountain terrain slows down cavalry a lot. So that's, like, a very bad first impression, but, like, on Clash, he's useful. He's really just only useful on 4 maps is the problem. Like, there's not much of the game left, right? But his stats are fine. They're not great, but they're fine. This is Abwime Erasure? The fuck is Abwime? What are you even talking about? Has Largo joined yet? No, we're about to recruit him. Hey there, little man. I got serious business with the general of this army. Take a message, will ya? And you would be... My name is Largo. I'm a world-class berserker. World-class berserker? That's a rather dubious title. What's that? You doubt my strength? I can pit a tiger with my bare hands. That's just not hot air either. Dubious. You think I'm fooling with you? Have your general hire me and then see for yourself. You decide how much I'm worth after you see me in action. But let me tell you, if the gold's not good enough, I'm gone. Huh? Well, this sounds vaguely familiar, but at least you're confident. Like I said, world-class berserker. Here, watch me hitting this lance. Alright, you're in. Yes! So, how about taking me to meet the general? I'm the general. Whoa! That's good, you're a funny little guy. So seriously, where's the general's tent? It must be that big one there. Largo? I thought I'd find you here, Khalil. You're looking hot. Almost as hot as me. Did you come looking for me, old man? Oh, how sad for you. My contract this army isn't quite up for some time. Yeah, I thought you'd say that. That's why I'm joining up too. What? Are you really going to hire Largo, General Ike? That's the plan. This little guy really is the general. Don't I look like the biggest fool around? And I mean big. Roar! Sorry if I offended you, little guy. Oh, he's such a clown. But you made a good hire. After all, he's a world-class berserker. Yeah, I heard. He pinned a tiger with his bare hands. 2 of them, actually, at the same time. That was awesome. Definitely dubious. So why is he a berserker and not a regular warrior? I don't know. Why is anyone anything, right? Like, he's a berserker. He also kind of sucks. 21 strength is good. 20 speed is not as good. Worth noting that, like, his stats are somewhat good enough, you know? He's got better strength and speed than Joffrey, but he's in a worse class, so I sort of have higher standards for infantry. And both of them are gonna struggle on the speed front. But Largo really struggles defensively. With 10 defense and 3 resistance, even though he has a cushy 52 HP, he ends up getting like 2-rounded and 3-rounded very frequently, which is super unfortunate because the next few maps are all very enemy dense. And his speed is low enough that, like, fast enemies will double him, and he struggles to double medium speed enemies, right? So that further adds to, like, the bulk problems. I also think having a lot of HP and low defense is the most unfortunate sort of bulk, because it means, like, you can't heal him to full as easily. So he can, like, get attacked, then you heal him up, but then he dies anyway because he, you know, he wasn't healed to full. He's, again, a fine filler unit for, like, Clash. Sort of in the same camp as Bastion, where it's like, I would always deploy him for Clash, but probably never after that. It's funnier he's the only unit not to show up in Radiant Dawn. Yeah, because they removed the Berserker class. Although, honestly, I think more units should have just not shown up in Radiant Dawn. Like, there's a lot of units where it's like, why are you even here? Especially the late joiners, right? I don't know. It's sort of how I feel about FE12 and FE10 cast, like, the cast bloat of, like, did we really need to bring back everyone from the previous game? But that's sort of a different topic. Largo, he, like, exists, and that's it. Like, he's got nothing going for him other than, like, not even big strength. Like, this is, like, decent strength. Again, these stats are better than Joffrey's, but Joffrey's on a horse, right? And Joffrey has Paragon, right? Largo kind of doesn't have anything going for him. Oh, but the crit bonus! 15 crit is nothing. Just, like, to preempt that. But yeah, Largo do exist. At least for now. He will probably die at some point. Is the recover staff in this game? Yes, but it's incredibly rare. Excuse me, mister, you guys gonna go in these mountains? There's lots of soldiers wearing black up there. Those guys, they killed my papa and burned our village. That's why we want the mountains in the first place. You wanna go up there and take care of them, are you? Gonna make them pay? Please, mister, say that you are. My mama and sister don't go anywhere to go, and I don't want to go back to the cabin my papa built. I understand. We're gonna take care of those guys. You just stay a bit longer, alright? Yay! Go give them heck! Oh wait, I heard something. Those guys are talking about something too. They said if anyone comes up the mountain single file, they gotta get them all at once. There's something like that anyway. Really? That's a lot of help, thanks. Good luck, mister. Kill them all. Do it for my papa. Also, that's a lie. Single file doesn't matter because the boulders are, like, weird. They do not follow lines. It's stupid. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Forsooth, what ho! My eyes behold Sir Ike. Pray tell, what would you ask of me, good sir? Well, I just wanted to try and chat. I try and speak with all the members of the army when I have a minute. I see, a fine idea, good sir. Some generals hope their soldiers all to be aloof and ready always for the fight. If all goes well, sweet happiness abounds. But if the tides do turn, then anger grows. One wonders if he can lead men at all. I, too, am often plagued by such grim thoughts. Yeah, listen, And yet you walk among your men at arms, spin tales, tell jokes, and lend a willing ear. Huzzah, dear sir, huzzah till the end. In truth, I did feel your name at first. I swore to find the mettle of a man and studied you with cautious, steady eye. I thought to find you a brutish rogue, a crafty villain in his fiendish plans, with status and great wealth as it only goes. Had such been your own ethic and deceit, I would have taken measures sure and swift to see your person vanish in the night. Yet ho, what do I find before mine eyes? A man so noble and and true, and without peer, as would beset the moon herself with lust. General? Sorry, I must have dozed off. What are you saying? Something about the moon or something? Commander, you are tired and unaware of how your body doth cry for rest. If it would please you, I was of a mind to partake in a sweet soothing draught, a warm beverage, and pleasant lips. If you're offering me a cup of tea in your tent, I'll accept. That is what you're offering, right? Oh, and I apologize in advance if I fall asleep again. I'm really tired. Your words do make my ears alive with joy, and I shall regale you with a tale or two, and poems to ease the savage soul of war. The moon herself, me reference. I do have to go. I got a vet appointment. So see y'all at another time. Rip Oscar.